In this video, I'm going to show you how to pick an open source project to contribute to, what factors you need to keep in mind, and how I do the analysis before I start and contributing to a project. So let's start.
So let's start looking at some projects, and in my opinion it's best to first look in Google, and then if you are not finding anything you can go directly to the websites and see there if there is something that you can work on. So I am an Android developer. I also work on iOS, but I like more Android. So I'm going to just type open source Android projects. So there are some websites right here. We'll take some links. Amazing open source Android apps. Whoa. And take a look at some of them. And then we are going to analyze some of the analytics and see what projects we can start working on right now and what we prefer not to. So let's start looking at one of those. Let's go to GitHub, and yeah, so basically this is the first project we are looking at, and let's start by analyzing this project. So as you can see, there is almost 3,000 stars and 1,000 forks. Let's see, the last commit was on June 25. Okay, so basically it has been like 4 months since the repository was active, which might be not a good thing, but let's see what's happening here. So as you can see the readme file here, and there is some explanation on the contribution, on what code you need to write, issues, you can trace, blah 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 blah, also free. Okay, 33 contributors, which is a medium-sized project. It's not too high and it's not too low, so you can I see, but most of the people that are contributing are those two, and this is probably the one who is the owner of the repository. Let's see how they manage their issues. As you can see, they don't have an issue tab here, issues tab, but they did say that you can go in here and see what things you should do. So basically it's very nice, but as you can see, the last one was updated 4 weeks ago, which kind of say that it's still an active project, but I'm not sure. They have a management for bugs and stuff like this, so if you want to start working on this project, you can go to the bugs section and start working on the project right now. Let's see what other things they have. Okay, so this is very helpful thing. Basically, I think this is one of the things that you need to look for in every project you go to, like something that is very managed, very organized, and that you can pick cards and start working on right away. And as you can see, there is a lot of things you can do. So you can just go to this section and just pick one card and just start working on it. And if you want to make some features, you also have this. So it's very good thing, because when you finish working on this bug, let's say, you can finish this bug and go to this bug and this bug, and if you want to add some features, you go to the features tab here and you start working on it. And most of the projects that I see in GitHub, they don't have a good management system, and most of the time they don't have really this kind of organization, so you don't really have the opportunity to take some bugs, take some tasks, take some cards that you can work on. So it's a good thing that they have it right now. So let's say we are pressing on the first bug, opening media in split screen, view shows odd offset on control bar. So basically it doesn't seem like a very big bug, and if you are just starting out on open source, this is the kind of bugs that you want to start with. So they give you the exact steps to reproduce. You basically, the first step that you need if you want to contribute to a project is to download the project, fork it on GitHub. There are plenty of resources that show how to fork and how to really push a commit. And if you want me to make a video, comment below in the comments section. So basically you build the app on your machine and then you try to reproduce the bug. Then what will happen is, in this example, you can see on Android Studio that where the bug was crashing and the steps that you can go back in the stack and trace back where the bug was and start working on it. It's not a very difficult thing to start with, and if you are really sitting down and trying to solve this in a short time, it really depends on you, you can solve this. And yeah, it's very informative right here. They tell you exactly what you need to do. And again, if you finish this bug, you can go to this bug, and with time it will make more sense to you, the code base, everything will be more understandable for you. And then what you can do is go to the features section and implement a feature, which I think is harder than just solving a bug, because here you need to create code instead of fixing code. So keep that in mind. And we will also see in this video some projects, I guess, I don't really know, but we will see some projects that don't have this kind of management and organization. But what you can do is, again, you can fork the project, you can build it on your machine, and you can start playing with the app and start searching for bugs. If the app is crashing on you, you can open an issue and working on it on yourself. And for example, if you see a feature that you want to add, you can work on it and you can pitch them the idea and tell them that this feature will help the app and this is a feature. So you don't necessarily need this kind of organization, but it will help you to start with a project. Again, you don't need it. You can start with nothing basically, but it's very helpful and it shows you the power of the community. Again, you're overviewing the notes here. They give you some information about the project. And as you can see, if you want to contribute, they have a Telegram, which is very good. Send us a message and we will add you. So my opinion on this project, I'm really impressed because everything seems to be good, except the fact that the last commit was in June 25, a year ago, which is very bad. Yeah, I made a mistake. I can see now it was 4 months and a year ago, not just 4 months, so it's also not good. But if it was a project that was committed in the last 4 months, if the commit was 4 months ago, it was a really good project because it's also active and the project is really laid very good. They give you some things to start with, they have the issues here, and yeah, basically if it was active, I would start working on it right now. And basically this is the things that you want to search for. You want a community with a Telegram channel so you can ask people questions. Maybe it will be Telegram, maybe it will be Slack, maybe it will be Gitter or Skype or some other platforms. But basically you want a platform that will gather all the contributors on the project. So yeah, it's a very good project. Unfortunately, it was updated 4 months and a year ago. If it wasn't updated a year ago, I would start and I would maybe contribute myself. So this is one way to look on it. Yeah, and again, you look on the watch, you look on the stars, you look on the fork, you look on, there are some pull requests. So I guess it's also important to look in this section because you can see if you are doing a contribution, you can see how much time it takes them to approve your changes or give you some feedback. So someone was doing that 1 day ago. Let's see, there are some pull requests from a year ago or 6 months ago, which this is why it's not recommended to be on this kind of project because it's inactive, unfortunately. So let's keep looking at some other projects. Simple calendar. Okay, and they have 84 contributors. It's I guess it's a large project. 2,000 stars, about 1,000 forks, and let's see. Last commit was 14 minutes ago, which is a good start. Let's dive into the README section. So they have some details about the app. Also, it's a very good that the app is on the App Store. Most of the apps I think are on the App Store. It depends on the project size, but it's really good that you can be on a project that users are really using. It's really amazing, I think. Yeah, so there aren't a lot of details here, only some pictures and the app itself. This app is just one, okay. Yeah, so you don't see nothing about the community, you don't see anything about contribution guidelines. Let's see on the contributions and the contributors. So there is the main one. This is, I guess, the owner of the project. There are some issues here. Let's see which labels they use. So they have the bug, feature request, and question. Again, this is a basic one, but you don't need more than this. Basically, you search like a bug, you go to the bug, and yeah, here are some bugs that you can work on. And as you can see, there is a lot of work to do here. So since it's a large project with like almost 100 contributors, you can see that there is people who are already working on those bugs. So this is one of the disadvantages of big projects, that there is a lot of people and everyone is working on the bugs. So it's very difficult to pick something for your own before someone else is working on it. So keep that in mind. So you can go to the bug, to this bug, strange behavior, inviting people. Again, you can right here reproduce the bug. I don't know really the context here, but basically you can reproduce the bug and you can try to fix it right now. You can download the project, fork it, and start working on it. So yeah, also let's see some feature requests. Yeah, there are some features that you can work on after you feel comfortable with the code base. Again, you don't need to really feel comfortable with the code base if you want to add a feature, but in my opinion, it will make you feel comfortable and to know things better if you really want to add a feature and to really understand how the code base works, so you can add some things. So my recommendation is to start with bugs that will make you jump between files, between code, and see some code and see how the architecture is working, and from there you can add features. So overall about this project, the downside here is I don't see a community. Although what I would do if I would really want to contribute to that project, I would go to the owner, to the owner's profile. You can see that he is updating the project in a very good way. It's an active project, so it's a very good project to start with. Again, I want to go to the profile. Yeah, so you have his email right now, right here. If you don't have the email of the person that you want to reach to, you can go to LinkedIn. I bet he's on LinkedIn also, and you can find him. Then you can send him an email. Hey, I just saw your project. I want to contribute. Do you have any community or something that gather the community together? If he says that there is no a channel, you can maybe tell him, let's open a channel and start with this. So if people want to contribute, they can come to this channel. Or maybe you can also get help from the owner of the project. So you don't really need a community. You can start a community, but if the owner of the project is active, you can ask him questions, you can get support, and you can start with contributing right away. So yeah, basically I would consider working on it. Also, another downside is that there is a lot of contributors, and I'm not sure if everyone is active, but as you can see on the issues section, there are some people who are working on it. Again, you can find some things. It's not an excuse to say, oh, there is a lot of people, so I won't work on it. And it's better for you to ask the owner of the project if someone is already working on it, or maybe you can go to the owner and ask him, hey, I want to contribute. There is something that I can do right now, that is something urgent that you want me to deal with right now, and he can guide you through this. And also we can see on the pull requests that there aren't pull requests. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. Let's see on the closed one. So the last one was 11 days ago. Let's see how much it took him for approving this. So I see that it's a very small change, so I'm not sure if it's a good thing to look at. Let's see updated German. So the commit was on August 17 and it was merged on August 18. So yeah, the project is pretty active, and I would consider working on it. So this is another example of a good project. The last project was inactive, so it was a problematic thing. It has a lot of good organization and management, but if the project is not active, it doesn't really matter. So although this project is not organized so good and there are some improvements to do, the basic things are here, and it's a very good thing that you can start and working on the project. So yeah, and yeah, it's a very good article on Medium. They give you some great resources here. So let's take a look in another. Yeah, I see it's another project that is very big and social. Head over here. Let's see, maybe there is a community here. I'm not sure. Yeah, but again, the process is the same. If you want to go into the community, you can go to the owner of the project and you can send him a message that you want to contribute. It's Sarah. Yeah, last commit was 2 hours ago, which is another a good thing. Let's go to the issues section, and yeah, there is a lot of labels here, which we can go to the bug. There is a lot of bugs, as you can see, and again, a lot of people are working on bugs in here, as we can see. And again, this is why I recommend you to not just start working on a bug without asking anyone, and instead of it, go to the contributors, look who is the owner of the project, and I'm not sure. Team Amaze is the owner, and you can send them a message. There is 2 people here. Yeah, you can send this guy a message, you can send this guy a message, and ask them if there is a community and what thing you can start with, if there are things that are urgent for them to start with. Pull requests. Let's see. So as you can see, this is also something that will happen in big projects. There is some pull requests here. Again, I'm not sure about the context. Maybe there are some changes that needs to be done in here, but it takes time for the people to approve the changes. Let's take a look at the closed ones to have a better understanding. So yeah, let's see the pull request in here. So 5 days ago it was committed 5 days ago, and it was approved like 2 hours ago. So it's a very good time. It's almost a week, but compared to some other projects, I think it's a good time zone to be in. It's a good time offset. Let's take a look in here. So it was committed in September 5 and was merged on September 8. So yeah, the project is pretty active, and it's also a good project to work on. And I want to search for a project that is not good, so you will have an understanding of what projects are not good. I will put a link to this website in the description, because I see that the projects here are very good, and if you want to start working on open source, you can pick something from here and you can start working on it. And again, you can start working on this project and this project right now, as we did the analysis, and the first project is not active, so you cannot really, you can, but maybe you can make it alive. Maybe you have the ambition to make this project alive again, but I wouldn't count on it, you know. Yeah, so let's take a look in this article. Okay, let's find something random. Let's say this 10,000 stars. It's okay. So almost, yeah, so this is a big project, I think. It was active 4 days ago. Yeah, it's another good project. I don't want to analyze it. I want you to get some other context of projects that are not active. Let's take a look in here. Yeah, okay. So latest commit, September 12, 2017, almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. The README, as you can see, there isn't a lot of details about the project, what they are doing, and you can infer from the logo in here, but I'm not really sure what they are doing. Also, contributors amount 25, it's pretty good. It's the project seems like medium to small project maybe, and yeah, latest commit is on September, but let's see. So I would disqualify this project from the beginning because the latest commit was so late, but let's see what other things they have good or not good. So let's go to the issues and labels. There are some labels that you can start work on, and as you can see on the issues here, I'm not sure if it's not active, but there is not a lot of bugs that you can start work on right now. So as I told you, you can download the app and you can build it on your project and you can play with the app until you find some bugs and you can fix them by yourself. But again, this is an inactive project, so I wouldn't recommend it. And again, pull requests. There are some pull requests open, but yeah, I think they ditched this project and it doesn't seem that they have a community here or something like this. Again, if you want, let's say you did want to go to this project and contribute, you can mail this guy and ask him if the project is still active and if he's working on it and if you can contribute, and he will tell you if you can start contribute or not. And again, I will recommend you every time that you want to contribute to a project, go to the owner, ask him some questions, ask him if there is a community, if there is a channel of communication, if there is something urgent that you can start work on. And you can come from a frame that, hey, I don't have a lot of experience, I just want to contribute to this project, it seems like a good project to start with, I would really be happy to contribute to this project and help you and help the contributors on this project, and if you have something that I can start work right now, it would be really great. So something like this can set you up for starting with contributing to this project. So that's it for this video, for the analysis of GitHub projects. There you have it. You can start work on projects right away.